bit closer. As you can see, they're very, very relaxed at the moment. And I know this young lion with the floppy ear is a firm favorite with lots of our viewers out there. Now that floppy ear could be from mange, it could also be from stable flies. It could also be from a physical injury. Be impossible to know for sure. I said with all these big bellies, it's very unlikely to be much movement with the pride today. Well, this morning at least. Now, no love there. Go look somewhere else. And of course, lions and lionesses are quite different looking with their manes, but there's one incredible, unusual fact that they share. Now if we, oh look at that, I'll wait for them to finish playing. Oh, isn't that sweet? There you go, you saw that biting of the ear. So see, something like that, but probably a hard bite around a carcass could cause a floppy ear. But I think it's probably more to do with mange and flies, personally. As I said, we'll never know for sure. Now Curry's wondering, where are the male lions? And why don't the lionesses have manes? Well, they don't really need manes. The manes are there for protection during fights. They're also there to make a male look more impressive to try avoid fights. So the bigger and scarier you look, the less likely another lion wants to fight with you. But male lions fight far more regularly than lionesses, and far more seriously in defensive territory. So they've got that massive bit of hair around their necks to help protect the vulnerable areas around the throat and the back of the neck. Now we're talking about, oh here we go, there's one's up. Now some of the lions are definitely fatter than the others, but overall they all look quite well fed. Now if we look at that end of her tail, that tuft in her tail. Now lions are the only big cats to have a tuft at the end of their tail, and there's a hard spine or spur that's about 5 mils long that's formed as the last bones of their tailbone fuse together. Now it's quite interesting because no one really knows why it's happened. I mean, we know it's a following mechanism, but what prompted that? And if we try, where's a cub now? Let's go try this one here. Now, we look at the little cubs. Those bones only fuse when they're about 5.5 to 6 months old. So, and then the tufts are only really developed from 7 months old. So when they're young, they don't have that very distinct tuft with the black hair, and those bones haven't fused together. Now, of course, we know it's a very useful following mechanism for other lions to follow lions through the bush. But where it came from and why those bones fused together is quite interesting, because if you think about a leopard, or it's got a white tuft, a tip to the tail, but it's not a tuft, so they don't have those fused bones. And that's also used as a following mechanism, but they haven't had to evolve that fusing. So it's quite an interesting thing, one of those amazing little mysteries. There we go, you can see there the tuft hasn't formed properly yet, so those bones have not yet fused together. probably started fusing together, but we're only going to be able to see it clearly at about 7 months old.